Xuống coi con hà mã. Đi xuống coi con hà mã. Coi con hà mã, coi tơ vé trên đây nè.
Khi nào tới chỗ bán không mua được.
Không tới chỗ bán. Đi tới chỗ bán đi.
Đi từ mới tới được.
Bây giờ mình đi nữa.
Đi tới chỗ hồi nãy á, mình đi á, đặt xe đó. Đi về cột. Rồi cái đó mẹ cô có không là mua cho ớt nha.
There's the rhinos in there. Không có hả? Tao nó chở dẫn.
What time?
Go over, but did you know that we used to have rhinos in Washington State? About 20 to 40 million years ago, we had what's called the blue lake rhino. She was a lot woollier because she lived in the Ice Age. She also had 2 horn projections coming out of the front of her nose instead of 1. So that is just an example of how different species acquire different attributes based on the environment, based on the time, the climate that they're living in. Okay, so that is just one of the other species that we no longer have with us. But we're going to protect the 5 that we have left. So let's go over the fun stuff. How do we tell Taj and Glenn apart? Well, Taj is facing us now, so he's walking over to the left. Do you see that callus in the middle of his forehead? It's a lot thicker than the callus between Glenn's forehead. That is the best way to tell them apart if you're looking at them from the front. The way that I remember this is Taj is a Hindi word for crown or jewel. So I like to think he's got a little crown on his head, right? And Glenn just doesn't have as much of a callus there. That's a vestigial trait, which means at one point in their evolutionary lineage, it might have been a functional piece of, to have a callus there. It might have been another horn projection. It might have been another way to reinforce their cranium. We don't exactly know why it exists, but it has stuck around in the species, and now it occurs in about half of males. So we're lucky to have one with a really strong callus and one with not so much. If you do see them turn around, you'll see that Taj is also wearing a bright orange V on his back. That's because we have cameras throughout our exhibit. If we're not able to see them from the front, looking down, we can identify them by looking at that cattle marker. Cattle marker is basically like a big waxy crayon. It does wash off, so we have to put it on weekly. But that is another way to tell them apart. And Taj is taller. A little bit harder to tell. But Taj is a lot bigger than Glenn. Taj is 4,500 pounds. He's the heaviest animal that we have at the zoo. But he's not the tallest. Who's the tallest? Giraffe, our giraffe friend Dave. He's like 18 feet or something. But he's not as heavy as these boys. And you know, we do have hippos. But the hippos are females, so they're about 3,000 pounds. These boys have far exceeded the heaviest animal here at the zoo, so they definitely take the cake on that. Glenn is being really funny. Glenn is just a couple 100 pounds lighter than Taj. So Glenn is the second heaviest animal at the zoo, but he's